Welcome back to the Session Talk Show.
For your source of music, fashion, sports, and community.
It's the Session Talk Show, and I'm your host, Atia.
Rose and Takia.
It's Hot Topics time, and, well, we have to bring to you some sad news. Hollywood has mourned the death of actor and comedian
Leslie Jordan. He died Monday, guys, in a car accident. I heard.
That shocks me. Whenever I first heard it, I was at work, I was at my desk, and it was on the news, and I thought, a car accident?
I was on Facebook.
You know what? I heard about it late. I heard about it through social media, from the outpour of love that everybody was showing him. And I'm like, okay, I'm being swamped by Leslie Jordan. So now I understand the love that's being outpoured.
Did you guys know that in his last song, it was about going to heaven?
Oh, I did see
And
that.
I did.
I did see that clip. I mean, what a way to actually leave the industry, knowing that you're starting something new that came to you. It's a passion that was hidden. Like, who knew he'd be a country singer?
I mean, he has a really great voice, though, don't you think?
He does, but he has a background in theater.
Oh,
Also.
of course.
So
yeah.
it explains a lot.
Yeah. So whenever he said that he had got his love of country music during COVID, and that's how he brought everyone together. I mean, Leslie goes back as a child in Hollywood. So I know whenever his colleagues and people that he's worked with for years, when they were just how sad and broken they are. I mean, that's like losing a coworker that you've worked with.
Or
You
a
truly
friend.
know how to make people happy.
Yeah.
Let's go on to Kanye West.
Oh my gosh,
Oh my
Rose, I knew you were
gosh.
going to bring up Kanye.
Sorry, we gotta talk about
What would you like
Kanye.
to talk about with Kanye?
He's being boycotted.
Oh, all the way around. All
Remember
way
the
around.
comment he made?
I don't know. So I'm a Kanye West fan, and I think he has a very interesting mind. I don't know if you guys remember, but he said in a previous interview, which I don't quote me because I can't remember the time and who interviewed him, that he was trying to get out of his contract with Adidas.
So you
Is he
think
really?
this is...
I mean, think about it. He started off, he made comments about Black lives by saying White Lives Matter.
Right.
So he's making comments about, Black lives, and he talks about us and trying to, I guess, as people would say, belittle the culture, but nothing happened to him.
So...
But the moment he said this,
Well, you know though,
it's all gone.
but you know though, he also said that I can say anything I want, any anti-Semitic comment to Adidas, and I will not be taken out of my contract.
But he was taken out of his contract, and that's exactly what he wanted.
Well, I feel like we can't bring up Kanye West without bringing up the topic mental health.
Okay.
Do you think it plays a role?
I think we give mental health too much credit with Kanye. I mean,
think so?
I think,
He has a big ego.
yeah.
He has a big
With
ego.
anyone that talented and just a gift like that, you're talking to somebody who listened to the whole album, every album,
He's obsessed with it.
and his music, and then the way he designed clothes, and just watching his documentary and how he was as a little boy. I know that that's just not an average mind. And a lot of big artists, talented artists, they all had a lot of issues. I mean, Michael Jackson. Think of any artist that was so talented, people cried when they seen them. Did they not have issues?
Now,
right.
Now, come on, ladies. We needed to talk about Rihanna. Riri. Oh my gosh.
Oh.
We got to talk about my girl.
Okay,
Come on, ladies.
Tell us about your girl.
She's going back to music. I'm so excited.
Okay, everyone, she's not going back to music. We do not know if she's going back to music.
Right.
She's
Think about
playing for the Super Bowl. The Super Bowl is going to pay her a lot of money to perform at the Super Bowl. That's not going back to music. That is called a deal.
Mark
Like,
marketing at its finest.
yes. I mean, she is at a place in her life. She is at the top of her game. She is in business, $1 billion business in makeup. And she
beauty.
does not need to do music. Yes, it's her passion.
It is her passion.
Yeah.
So I can see her going back to music after Super Bowl to go on tour. If she did go on tour, would you go see her?
Okay, so what's your passion?
Of course, I'm a creative soul.
You're a creative soul and you do hair.
I do.
So you're very talented. You can do hair, right? Okay, imagine if you started a business and you're now worth $1 billion. Your business is worth $1 billion.
I feel like you
Somebody
still
can
go
book
back
you?
to your heart.
Somebody can book you.
They
You're going to do
could.
their hair?
They could.
Okay.
They could.
Okay.
I'd be too busy.
I think she loves music, and that reason why it's been years since she's actually done music is because she doesn't have to. The music industry is a hard industry. It is a rat wheel race. You are just constantly in the studio, trying to find the best song, trying to get it out there, hoping everyone likes it. And then you have to go on concert. That's the only way to make money, is to go on concert, because we can stream and take whatever song and music we want if you know the internet. So I don't know. I'm not thinking she's coming out with a new album, but if she does, of course, I can't wait to hear it, because I love Rihanna.
But you know, though,
but I'm not getting my heart broken.
Rihanna is a powerful lady, and we're about to speak to a powerful lady, Salangi Legacy, that's in charge of her life.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Okay, about to interview her, guys.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, and tuning in for the session. We'll be back. Welcome back to the Session Talk Show. I'm your host, Tia.
Rose.
And Takia.
So we have Miss Salangi Legacy here. So before you start, we have to go ahead and put your bullet points out. She's an author, a veteran, a speaker, former athlete, featured on Shark Tank, and she is fabulous, as she
yes,
says.
thank you, thank you.
So, welcome the Income Protector, Salangi Legacy. Thank you so much for being here.
Oh, you're welcome, you're welcome. Nice to meet all of you.
Yes, so we have to know, tell us about Salangi. Tell us like the beginning, your story.
Oh, the beginning. Oh gosh, the beginning. In the beginning.
Yes.
So I grew up here in Houston. I was born in LA, but I was raised here in Houston with 4 boys. So that's where the athlete thing came in.
Of course.
Because I had 4 brothers, no sister. So what did I do? I played with the boys, right? Yeah. And so it came natural because my brother played sports, so I played sports, went into the military and played sports. I didn't know they had an all-women's basketball team. So I played around the world before the age of 22 for the United States military women's basketball team.
All right.
Got paid before there was a WNBA and had a lot of fun just traveling the world.
Oh,
so yeah.
My goodness.
Yeah.
I would love that.
I want to know about Shark Tank.
Oh, Shark Tank was fun. So that starts with basketball again. So I decided, I had already agreed to go with Gayla Bentley. She's a designer. If you go and look her up, she went to Paris. Her clothes went from Polaroid to Saks, I think, now, and she did all full figure. So she asked me to be a model. This is when I had a big afro. She just thought my afro was everything. So I agreed. But me, being me, decided to play in a tournament, basketball. Ruptured my Achilles. Oh. So this leg was separated. I still went to the Shark Tank, stood on the Shark Tank in heels for her because she didn't have no time to get nobody else. She thanked me profusely. She got to deal with Damon. And it was just a great, and what's so killer about it was that I said, anything you want, you write it on paper. So I wrote, I want to be on TV.
Oh.
And then a couple years later, she says, do you want to be on Shark Tank with me? And it was just one of the first shows. So it wasn't a hit like it is now. Mm-hmm. But people still to this day, they run reruns. They go, was you on Shark Tank? And I go, yes.
Yeah. Oh my God. So how long were you standing there? Because I know shows are much longer than we've seen.
I'm glad. Yes, they are. So when I finally saw it on TV, that little 15, 20 minutes. No, we had been there for about 2 hours.
Oh my
So they put makeup on you, they talk to you, you walk down that, you know, the aisle that you walk down, but then they cut it. They cut it like, you know, we cut here, and then they put more makeup on you, and then they ask you more questions, then they tell you to do more of whatever they want you to do, don't move, whatever. So it was about 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, 2 hours for 20 minutes. Yes, ma'am.
Wow. Let's discuss the book.
The book.
Yes.
Another thing I wrote down that I wanted to write a book or be a part of a book, and I was asked by Dr. Conti, and she said she wanted to put a book together about women who had not so great childhoods but became bosses that we can hire and fire now in our as adults, and I'm on there with 9 other fabulous women. It's a collaboration book, and it is it's going from broken to being a boss. Roland Martin's wife is one of our authors. Senator Reynolds, his wife is one of the authors. So I'm on there with some fabulous women.
Yes.
So I was blessed to do that this year, and it went international bestseller in 12 weeks. Yes, thank you. So yeah, blessings rolling on in. So I love it.
Could you tell us a little bit about your chapter? How did
Of course I can, Rose.
and become a lady boss?
Okay, of course I can. All right, so my chapter is about, it's not where you start, it's where you finish.
Okay.
Because where I started, it was, I could have made many excuses not to be successful, not to move forward, not to do things because of my childhood. I won't go too much in there. You must buy the book. Yes, you can go to SalangiLegacy.com and just hit Boss Lady and buy the book. And so I had a lot of challenges, but I chose to go in the military, and that's where it all turned around. And now I'm doing so good. So I could have used everything that happened to me as a child, and said, I'm not doing anything. I'm just gonna do nothing. But I chose to do more.
So what are you doing now?
I am a insurance broker. And so I do a lot of speaking on living the insured life because I really believe people should. So you're gonna pay on the front end or you're gonna pay on the back end. Now people are living to 100 and something. You don't wanna live without money. So how do you do that? You make sure if you get sick that it's not taking all of your income. You wanna make sure you're getting money instead of getting money taken away, right? And then you wanna build some wealth. You wanna build some wealth through products that's going to help you do that. And it's not as expensive as you think. So my narrative to change our narrative that we have to run out of money. No, we don't. Yeah. You just need to take certain steps, and the sooner you take them, the less you have to put in to do it.
And of course, I've heard you on Salangi Speak.
Yes, ma'am.
Podcast.
I had you as a guest. Yes, ma'am.
I watched that.
It was so good. I learned so much about insurance. So tell some of these people out here, what is the platform for Salangi Speak?
The platform is, again, to make sure everyone takes care of themselves health-wise, wealth-wise, spiritually wise, because when it's all in sync, right, you can live your best life. Okay. Now, the insurance company, you insure your car, you insure your house, right? Right? Why not insure your body? Because the body is what make you have what? The house, the car, and everything else. But once you lose that, if you can do the best you can, or go get the best doctor you can because you don't have the money, I hate to say it, some of us don't get to move forward. Some of us even die. Yeah. I had a friend recently, stage 3 cancer. You know, that's bad, right?
Yeah.
But she had 2 cancer policies. She got cash. They shrunk them tumors, took it out, and now she's cancer-free. Wow. Looking fabulous. And so that's because she had the cash to go to MD Anderson, and she didn't have to beg to go to MD.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's just better to live your life insured.
So the stress was gone.
The stress was gone. She didn't have to worry. And then she bought a Mercedes in cash. Yes, she did.
Hey. Oh, because of that.
Because she got cash.
Oh, that is.
Yes, and it's not as much as you think it is. It is really inexpensive.
Yes. Mm-hmm. I always say that the community, there's so many communities that do not even know. They're not educated
exactly.
on insurance.
Exactly.
They're not. I mean, every time someone passes, what do you see? You see like a fundraiser or a GoFundMe or
Absolutely.
Yeah.
How many
Absolutely.
barbecue plates can you sell for that?
Yeah.
And they still don't get enough half the time. So they settle on something they didn't have to when it could have been $34, $50 a month for a small pause just to cover it. Because in Texas, we can get buried pretty cheap.
Yeah.
So it doesn't cost that much. So just sit down with an agent. We don't cost anything. Just sit down with us, tell what your needs are, and we'll figure it out for you.
If you had to leave a legacy, a family legacy behind, what would that look like?
Oh gosh, first of all, I got fabulous daughters. Y'all know that, right? So I don't know. What I want to leave is a property. So I want to have a big ranch that my kids, grandkids, they can't sell it. They only can pass it down.
Okay.
So I'm trying to build an account where the account pays for the utilities, everything. So no matter what happens in their life, I want them to take whatever risk they want. If it fails, go to the house, regroup. I want them to have that. That's going to be my legacy.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Taking care of her kids either.
Yeah.
Right now,
Yeah.
she's
Really, you're
as we
planning or what?
speak.
You're planning and you're having the best life.
Yes, yes, yes.
Well, I just have to ask because it's just in me. Tell me about your family, like your family dynamic. What kind of mom are you?
Oh gosh, I was a militant mom, but my daughters are creative. They are geniuses. I mean, my oldest daughter, she has my 3 grandchildren, but her husband is a singer. He sings all over Houston, jaywalk, and they are a fabulous couple together. They make it work. My youngest daughter, she wanted to be an actor. She went all the way from the School of Performing Arts in Dallas to being a full ride at SMU, stipend at Yale. 2 months after she graduated away from there, she was playing Forrest Whitaker's daughter on Godfather of Harlem. So they just finished shooting their 3rd season. So, and I got a grandson he's number 1 in his school. He's in math. I just got fabulous offspring. So life is good, and I got a fiance that I'm getting married to soon. So life is good right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yay.
Well, I have that. There you have it. And we'll be right back with the Session Talk Show.
Hi, my name is Salangi Legacy, and I'm watching what?
You say you're watching.
And you're watching.
You're watching the Session Talk Show on Cam Vision 365.
Again, it's me, Atia,
Rose and Takia.
So we couldn't let her leave. So excuse us. We have to talk to her a little bit more because you are so interesting.
Thank you.
I have a few more questions. I'm gonna dig in there. Okay.
Okay, dig.
You ready?
I'm ready.
Can we talk about love?
Love. Yes, let's talk about love. What kind of love we talking about? We talking about children love or the engaged love?
Yes.
So love at this stage in my life is easier. Mm-hmm. It's easier because at this stage you're willing to accept the faults with the good. As long as the good is more than the faults, you're willing to make room for it. Mm-hmm. You know how to space out. You know how to have a conversation. It doesn't mean you're not going to have arguments, but you know the arguments are because you both are passionate about it and you both got a strong idea of what you're talking about. And as long as you fight fair, you can stay in love. Yeah. Like at the end of the day, I don't care how much we argue, all he gotta do is kiss my neck and it's over. It's over. I'm like, get away from me. I'm still mad, right? So love is deeper than just the infatuation part. You know, the first part is infatuation. Oh, he's here. You know how and then that wears off, right? Then you get into real life, bills, cars, getting somewhere on time, not agreeing on something. And then all of a sudden people want to break apart. In 2022, that's crazy. People dating in their marriages, dating. So we just figure we just keep on dating, keep on loving, keep on arguing, keep having disagreements because the makeup is
So is this a old connection that was reflamed?
No, so I met him at my job. So which was so funny, I never met someone at the job that I wanted to be with. So, and I didn't want to be with, what I did was ask him to be the man in my business. So I was having real problems because I'm in the insurance industry. Mm-hmm. And so in this industry it's white male dominated. Okay. And so I was lonely, and then he came along and they made him a leader. And I said, hey, I need you to be the man in my business, meaning I need you to talk to those guys, then come back and tell me what, because they wouldn't tell me, because I was the only woman out of 400 leaders, right? And so they wouldn't tell me. So he thought I was coming on to, I'm like, no, I really mean I need you to be the man in my business. And we still laugh about that to this day. But what happened, we went to a networking event, and we went to see about getting new business. And then we sat for a minute and we started talking. I think we talked for like we just talked. So we are still, it was such a natural thing. So it was just good from day one. I mean, it was easy.
So what was your first date?
I think if you ask me, that was our first date, because we went from there to downstairs, because it was at a hotel. It was Angie List. They was having this big, and we went straight to the bar and we talked for another 2 hours. And we just, I don't think, we stayed together quite a bit for people who didn't know each other. And that's where it just, I think I fell in love with him instantly. And he probably just learning that, but you'll be all right, honey. Don't blush. But yeah, so we've been together ever since, and that was May the 10th, 2017. That was the day of Angie's List. Yeah. Yep.
2017. So love is still out there.
Yeah. Oh, it's still there. It's still there. It's still there. You just gotta. We always laugh because we are not each other's first pick. Like, I wouldn't have picked him. First of all, he's too cute. I like them ugly and smart, very smart. But he is smart and good looking, so I win-win, right? Win-win. Yeah. And my daughters like him. My grandchildren love him. If it was up to London is my little one, my youngest grandbaby, I would never have him, because soon as she get to the house, she'll be like, Papa G, I need you to do this. Papa G, I'm going with you. So yeah.
Well, kids will tell you when.
Kids. Oh yeah. Yes, they will.
So pure and so innocent.
Yes, they are.
You just got to bring people that you're not sure about around a child, and you'll know.
Absolutely.
You will know.
Absolutely.
So corporate America.
Yeah.
So you have double standards.
Yeah.
You're a woman and you're a black woman. Mm-hmm. So tell me, what is it like in corporate America? What's your story with corporate America? So
I'm not going to be able to tell you about corporate because I'm a 1099.
Okay.
I've been a contract worker or on my own for years. I wouldn't even know what it's like to ask permission to go on a trip. I take at least 7 trips a year.
That's beautiful.
I go because I want to go.
Yeah.
And so I wouldn't know what that's like in corporate America. This is in the world where it's just the industry. The industry itself. So as a 1099 for them, they don't have to allow me in. That's the problem. In corporate America, at least they have to, what is the quota or what is it?
A quote that
they have to let so many brown people in, you know what I mean? At least in corporate America, I could win. Exactly. But he had male, what I call
male dominant.
No, it's a club. It's like just because you're a male, you are in the club. Like, women don't have that. Women want to be. That's why I think women in business, we have to be less catty. We have to start listening more. We need to learn how to have an argument and know the argument is just about business, it's not personal. It's just that we're not agreeing right now, and then come back to it and agree on something. Men could punch each other out in the boardroom, right?
Still be friends.
And still be friends. Yeah. Women, all of a sudden, now you're too short, you're too tall, your hair ain't right. Come on, we have to learn to do better. Once we learn to do better, we're gonna run. It's more of us. Come on, let's run the world. Girls.
Imagine if we could just do that.
Yes.
Women could
I think it's possible though.
I know it's possible.
Yes. It is possible.
It's possible.
It's possible better with age.
Yes.
Because it's, if you will tell me this in my 20s, I will not listen to you because
exactly.
I go,
right.
I will
She's right.
I'm better. It's competitive. Yeah. I didn't know how to lose at that point. I wanted to win.
That's good. Learning how to lose.
How did you lose in order to win?
Let me tell you, because I grew up, this is a great topic, because I grew up in an era where we lost. We didn't get a trophy for losing. These new group, they get a trophy for losing. Mm-hmm. That's why they don't know how to lose, right? Oh. That leads us into why we have more shootings, why we have more people fighting, why we have people disagree. These young people can't have a disagreement, can't they?
And the value of life
is non-existent. But I went to New York, and I remember people saying, "Oh, you're gonna hate New York. You're gonna get mugged." I'm like, but in Texas, we can pull out guns. We can't even honk our horns in Texas. You know how much they hung their horn in New York? And nobody's pulled out a gun. I saw people have arguments. So
you don't fool that here.
No, you're not having any of that in Texas because children are brought up differently, and then they don't go outside. They don't get enough sun either. I can go on. Okay, these children.
We need 60 minutes of sun and going out in the sun. After COVID, it was just too darn hard.
It was.
How did you manage COVID?
Do you really want to know how we managed COVID? He would kill me. He would absolutely kill me. So I can't say that. We just had a good time. We made up things. We learned our neighborhood. We got really acquainted with the backyard. Bought a fire pit. Yes.
What a smile till.
So we had fun during COVID.
While divorce rates were rising during COVID, because couples were finally together under one roof. At a consistent time, they were like, we were good. You guys were good.
We were good. But you know what?
More than good.
Bringing up during the time during COVID, didn't y'all think it was sad that domestic violence went up? That was
in a world where we can part ways all day long and then come back together for a couple of hours.
Yes.
So you think that's all it was?
During COVID, you had to sit there.
You're right, but I think, sometimes the release is going to see your other person, right? And they couldn't see that person no more, so they took it out on the person they married to. That was sad to me.
You're thinking co-worker husband and co-worker wife?
Oh no, I'm thinking they had their extra, and where you could drive, and all of a sudden you couldn't drive to your extra, right? So now you just at home, you got these kids going, and then you decided to abuse the woman that had your kids. Don't y'all think that was awful?
It's awful, but it's true, and it's juicy. So I would say we definitely have to get together and talk about this again. So thank you guys for tuning in to the Session Talk Show. Again, I'm your host, Tia.
And I'm Rose.
See you next time. Welcome back to the Session Talk Show. I'm here with Miss Legacy. Please tell the audience where they can find you.
You can find me on YouTube as on Salangi Speaks. That's SALANGI Speaks. You can please subscribe there. You can also call me anytime about any questions regarding insurance, especially if you want to do wealth transference at 281-408-0239. And again, I'm Salangi Legacy with Salangi Speaks.
Welcome back to the Session Talk Show. Don't forget to follow us on all platforms
At the Session Talk Show.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and YouTube.